Everyone, and welcome to the 2-Minute Warning. Hope you're doing well. Got a lot of people already here in the audience. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. That would include Dad Man Walking 55, Cat Sith, Just Another Red Shirt, Hail Mr. Shirt, Snortopupus Cuber. We've got, Accidental Tourist, what's going on? Trinoculus P. Eric K's in the house. Stephanie, good to see you. Hey, I got to see some pictures from Indiana Jones. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Hopefully they do a good job. Parrothead's in the house. What's going on, Parrothead? Hopefully you can hear me. We're coming through 5 by 5. At least I hope so, anyway. Release the McCracken. Critizable, the Super Cat. Keely Chow. Looking good. All right. I'm in a great morning, let me tell you. Look, Judicon's in the house. What's up, Judicon? Darius Munchausen drops the popcorn. Actually, he doesn't. He hands it to me nicely. Hopefully, it's got some butter flavoring on it. Thank you, Darius Munchausen, for the popcorn. Keely Chow, that's right, buddy. Woo! All right, guys, getting ready to go. I'm going to put myself on mute, and we will be off and running. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you are watching. Thank you for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We got a lot of shows to get to today. There's one coming up, Midnight's Edge in the morning. I think Lorena's got something else going a little bit later. Do check out everybody's stuff, guys. The Midnight Edge show is going to be good. It's going to cover something I'm actually covering in a video today. My video schedule's shifting up a little bit. We might get 2 or 3 videos, standalones this week, because there's so much out there to analyze and do business-wise. But I couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk a little more about Black Widow and some of my thoughts on the matter. So hopefully you get a chance to check that out. But beyond that, we've got many things to talk about today. So I think we should get started with the story, shall we? I think we shall. Here we go. All right. CNN confirms the launch of a standalone streaming service, CNN Plus, in Q1 of 2022. You can add this to the list of a huge number of things we absolutely don't need. Now, there is probably some business thought process behind this. I'm sure there is. Warner realizes CNN is it's the flagging entity that they are hanging on to in their streaming sphere. So if they break this off into its own streaming service, they make it kind of a package deal to get rid of CNN and the streaming service and hand somebody, an entire entity that's functional that way. Maybe that's what it is. But it's kind of odd. I mean, it's not like anybody was looking for this. And look, people are cutting the cord, but we'll get to that in the last story today. Vivendi's bid to sell 10% Universal Music stake to Bill Ackman SPAC collapses. So now the deal's transferring to the hedge fund group instead, which makes sense. I mean, it's just, you form an SPAC so that you can kind of isolate your individual entities and take them public. That's kind of the usual route for those things. But hey, just another way to leverage money if you can't, short sell your way to it, I guess. But it's really funny they picked Billie Eilish to be the representative of this. But I guess we'll have to see what happens going forward with Universal Music Group. So, Dish Network is going to try to turn itself into a telecom, guys. They've agreed to pay AT&T $5 billion in a 10-year wireless services deal, piggybacking on their 5G network that they're almost done building out fully. You can't blame Dish Network for trying to survive. I mean, kind of the same way that AT&T is realizing that there wasn't going to be any more money in terrestrial, and they would be probably better served to deliver 5G where they can, charge you for a whole different type of service and many other services on top of that. This is, I don't know, kind of an also-ran news for me, because these two Dish network style or satellite style providers, they've been talking about working hand in hand in many different ways for years. It's just they can't do it directly. So Toyota withdraws Olympics advertising in Japan. Execs won't attend the opening ceremony for the wildly unpopular games. Now, they're going to give you the reasoning that this is unpopular just because of the concerns over the global, crisis that we've been dealing with. And, for the most part, this is absolutely true. They already have athletes that are reporting to have issues. You have weird stories coming up around some kind of like cardboard bed thingies, stuff like that. Plus you have all of the controversy that they're still going to be embroiled in with various types of protests, which is going to make for, bad television. NBC, if I were doing this, man, I don't know. Right now, this is looking bad, because Toyota was a huge and one of the central entities that was advertising in these games. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I guess we'll see. Game of Thrones prequel House of Dragon has put on pause because of the global crisis, and that's going to be it's going to be a weirdness. At least it's off for 2 days. Maybe the stars will get a nap. Maybe they can work on another project. If they do what Bruce Willis does, they might be able to get 2 movie projects done in 2 days. We'll see. But what will Netflix bet on beyond subscriptions? Well, their earnings call is on July 20th, so you're going to start to see them tip their hand. And it's going to be stuff that they've already signaled. As the headline says, they're moving into video games, events, and merchandise. Can't blame them. Diversification is key once you reach that tipping point of profitability, and they need to stay on top. So let's pick another couple directions that might prove successful. And of course, finally, the story I hinted at a moment ago, how live sports is propping up broadcast and cable. Well, you're seeing this happen where you streaming and things like that are only 1/4 of the actual consumption of television products. There's still 3/4 dedicated to linear television, and that's pretty much sports. Although you're starting to see sports make a shift, and I think that was something that both David Zaslav and Bob Chapek were hinting at. And as we draw to the close, I just want to remind everybody what I said at the beginning. The box office drop is going to be on Midnight's Edge in the morning in just a few moments. Be sure to check that out. Other than that, as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.